My fiancée texted me out of the blue, the wedding's still happening, but I'll be staying at my ex's place the last couple of nights before, just for closure. I sat there stunned for a second, then simply wrote back, do whatever you feel you need to do. The moment I hit send, I picked up the phone and called the venue to shut everything down. She wouldn't find out until her bachelorette party, when the venue called her about the cancellation. At that point, I was 29 years old, sitting at my desk on a Wednesday afternoon, when Brooke, my fiancée, 27, sent that text. We were supposed to be husband and wife that Saturday. 3 days away. Her full message read, "Hey babe, just want to be upfront. Kyle reached out, and we've been talking. His dad has cancer and he's having a rough time, so I'm going to stay with him Thursday and Friday night. Just for closure before the big day. Nothing's going to happen, I promise. The wedding's still on. Love you. Kyle." The same ex she dated for 4 years, the one she swore was completely out of her system when she and I got together 2 years ago. I read her message 3 times before replying with, "Do what you need to do." Her response came instantly, "OMG, you're the best. I knew you'd get it. This is why I'm marrying you, you're mature, secure, and I can't wait to be your wife on Saturday." I set my phone down and stared blankly at my computer monitor for a solid 5 minutes. Then I picked it back up and started dialing. First call, the venue. "Hi, this is Nathan Cole. I have a wedding booked this Saturday, and I need to cancel it." The coordinator's voice jumped with surprise. "Oh my, is everything alright? You'll lose your deposit." "That's fine," I told her. "Cancel everything, catering, flowers, DJ, all of it." "Sir, are you sure?" "That's nearly. I'm sure. Please process the cancellation immediately." Second call, the honeymoon resort in Hawaii. Gone. Deposit lost. Didn't matter. Third call, my best man, Marcus. "Dude, the wedding's off. Can you let the groomsmen know?" "What? What happened?" I forwarded him Brooke's text. He didn't speak for a while. Finally he said, "Wow. She actually thought you'd be okay with that?" "Apparently. What do you need from me?" "Nothing. Already handled it. Just passed the word to the guys." By 6 o'clock that evening, everything was cancelled. I'd already cleared my stuff out of our apartment while Brooke was at work. Her bachelorette party happened to be that night. Perfect timing. I only took what was mine, leaving her engagement ring on the kitchen counter with a sticky note that read, "Foreclosure." Here's the ironic twist, her maid of honor, Sophie, worked at the venue as an assistant. She wasn't scheduled that day, but I knew one of her coworkers would see the cancellation and pass it along. I turned off my phone and headed to Marcus's place to wait things out. Update 1. The explosion kicked off at exactly 9:23 p.m. Marcus kept an eye on social media since I had already blocked everyone in advance. According to him, Sophie posted a story from the bachelorette party, everyone in matching, bride tribe, shirts on some rooftop bar, laughing and drinking like nothing was wrong. Completely clueless. Then at 9:23, the venue's after-hours system automatically sent Brooke a confirmation email about the cancellation. She had insisted on being copied on every vendor communication to stay organized. At 9:31, Sophie's next story went live, emergency. Does anyone know where Tom is? By 9:35, texts started pouring into Marcus's phone. I had him screenshot all of them for my personal amusement. "Sophie, is Tom with you? Brooke is freaking out. The venue says he cancelled everything. This has to be a mistake, right?" Marcus shot back, "No mistake. OMG, why? Ask Brooke about Kyle." Radio silence for 20 minutes. Then another message, "She says you're overreacting and ruining her life over nothing." Cool story. According to Marcus, she was literally sobbing. My reaction? Tough luck. The next wave came from Brooke's mom, Helen, 17 missed calls to Marcus's number. She didn't even have his number before, must have gotten it from someone at the party. The voicemails? Absolute comedy gold. This is ridiculous. The wedding is in 3 days. You tell that boy to answer his phone right now. We've got family flying in from all over the country. He's being childish. Brooke did nothing wrong. We're going to sue him for the deposits. Good luck with that, Helen. Everything was in my name. And then came the best part. Around 11 p.m. Kyle himself started blowing up Marcus's phone. How all these people got his number is beyond me. Bro, tell Tom this is a huge misunderstanding. Brooke was just trying to be nice because of my dad. Nothing was going to happen. He's seriously going to throw everything away over 2 nights. Tell him to be reasonable. Marcus kept it simple. My guy, you literally texted the groom that you were going to spend 2 nights with his bride before the wedding. What did you think was going to happen? It's not like that. It's exactly like that. But Brooke said he was fine with it. Does he seem fine with it? The cherry on top. Brooke's cousin posted a video from the aftermath of the bachelorette party. Brooke was sitting on the bar's bathroom floor, still wearing her bride-to-be tiara, mascara streaking down her face, while her friends tried to calm her down. In the background, someone muttered, "Maybe Kyle can help." And Brooke screamed. Kyle was the reason all of this even started. So much for her claim that nothing was going to happen. Update 2, Thursday morning. This was supposed to be the day Brooke went to Kyle's place for her big closure sleepover. Instead, I woke up to Marcus waving his phone in my face. At 3 in the morning, Brooke had gone public on Facebook. Her post read, "To everyone planning to celebrate our wedding this Saturday, it's with a heavy heart I have to announce the wedding is postponed due to Tom's mental health crisis. He's struggling with severe anxiety and paranoia, and even making false accusations about me. I'm committed to standing by him while we get him the help he needs. Please keep him in your prayers." A mental health crisis? Paranoia? Really? 2 can play that game. So I made my first, and only, public post. I dropped a screenshot of her original text about Kyle, followed by, "No mental health crisis. No paranoia. Brooke told me she'd be spending the 2 nights before our wedding with her ex-boyfriend. I wished her well and cancelled the wedding. Simple as that. Oh, and by the way, Kyle's dad isn't sick. He posted pictures from his golf tournament yesterday. Do what you want with that info." The comments section instantly turned into chaos. But by Thursday afternoon, the real circus arrived. Brooke actually showed up at Marcus's apartment, this time with backup. She brought her mom, Helen, her dad, Roger, Sophie, and, unbelievably, Kyle. Yes, they dragged Kyle along. Marcus had his Ring doorbell running, and with my blessing, he recorded everything. Helen started the show. "Nathan Cole, open this door right now. We need to talk about this like adults." Roger chimed in, playing the disappointed father card. "Son, I don't know what game you're running here, but you're going to fix this. Do you know how much we've spent? Tommy, come on. Be reasonable. Brooke's turn, just talk to me. You're not being rational." And then Kyle, this absolute clown, piped up, "Bro, don't do her like this." Marcus's voice cut through the speaker. "Wait, you seriously brought the guy she was planning to spend 2 nights with, and you think that's going to convince him to take her back?" Brooke's excuse was weak. It wasn't like that. Then what was it like? I needed to make sure there weren't any unresolved feelings before I got married. And were there? She hesitated. That's irrelevant. No, Marcus shot back. It's extremely relevant. Roger tried another angle. "Look, we've got 150 guests coming. The rehearsal dinner's tomorrow. You can't do this. He already did, Marcus answered for me. Kyle tried to puff up his chest, if I could just explain to Tom, man to man. Marcus cut him down instantly, my guy, you are literally the last person on earth who should be here right now. Finally, Sophie spoke, Brooke, maybe we should just go. But Brooke lost it. No. He doesn't get to do this to me. He doesn't get to humiliate me like this. Tommy, I know you're in there. You're pathetic. You're going to regret this for the rest of your life. I was doing you a favor by marrying you. A favor. That word told me everything I needed to know. Anything else? Marcus asked. Helen stepped up, we're going to make sure everyone knows what kind of person you really are. Cool, Marcus said. Tom already posted the receipts. Anything else? They stood outside hurling threats for another 10 minutes until building security arrived and escorted them out. But Thursday night brought the real kicker. Brooke still went to Kyle's apartment. She posted a story from his couch, 2 wine glasses on the table in full view, captioned, sometimes the universe shows you where you're really meant to be. Guess the cancelled wedding didn't interfere with those closure plans. Update 3, Friday morning. The day started with a call from the country club where our rehearsal dinner was supposed to take place. Mr. Reed, there seems to be some confusion, the manager told me. Ms. Patterson is here with her mother, insisting the dinner is still on. No confusion, I said. It's cancelled. She says she'll pay for it herself. That's fine, but it needs to be a new reservation. The Reed-Patterson rehearsal dinner is cancelled. Understood. Oh, and sir, she asked us to charge your card for her new reservation. When we told her that wasn't possible, she became upset. I could hear screaming in the background. That her now? I asked. I'm afraid so. She's demanding to speak to you. I'm good, thanks. Have a nice day. An hour later, Roger called me from another number. I'd already blocked the first one. Tom, this is Roger. I'm at the country club. They're threatening to call the police on Brooke and Helen. Is this really what you want? I don't want anything, I said. I'm just living my life. You're destroying hers. She made her choices. You're throwing everything away over 2 nights. Roger, did she mention that after the wedding was already cancelled, she posted from Kyle's apartment last night? With him? After all this? Silence. Then, yeah, I saw that too. Still think I'm overreacting. He hung up. The fallout from the failed rehearsal dinner was plastered all over social media thanks to Brooke's cousin, who apparently thrives on drama. Turns out, Brooke and Helen tried to spin it into an alternative celebration at a restaurant. Out of 60 invited guests, 12 showed up. Kyle, of course, was one of them, sitting right beside Brooke. Her own sister took one look, then left. But Friday night? Friday night was legendary. Brooke went live on Instagram. Wine drunk, tears streaming, a full meltdown. I just want everyone to know the truth, she slurred. Tom's making me out to be some cheater, but I never cheated. I was only trying to get closure. Kyle and I had unfinished business, and I wanted to start my marriage with a clean slate. Tom said he was fine with it. One of the comments hit like a hammer, girl, you're literally at Kyle's apartment right now. She fumbled with the phone, trying to shift the camera away, but it was too late. Everyone had already recognized Kyle's one-of-a-kind wall art in the background. People in the chat jumped on it right away, no way. That's not what it looks like. Brooke scrambled, insisting, it's not like that. We're just talking. Then someone else chimed in, didn't you say Tom had a mental breakdown this morning? She shot back, yeah, he's unstable. Who cancels a whole wedding over a text message? Well, maybe a guy whose fiancée casually tells him she's spending 2 nights with her ex. That's when Brooke completely lost it, ugly crying, gasping, tears streaming down her face. You don't understand, she sobbed. Kyle and I have history. Tom never respected that connection. Of course, somebody had the whole thing screen recorded. The clip ends with Kyle reaching over, trying to yank the phone out of her hand while muttering, "Babe, you're making this worse." Update 4. The next morning, I woke up in the mountains at a quiet resort. Yep, I'd packed a bag and taken myself on a solo getaway. Peaceful. Gorgeous scenery. Zero drama. Marcus kept me posted, though. According to him, the venue turned into a circus. Even though I'd officially cancelled everything, about 30 guests still showed up. Apparently, Brooke and her mom Helen had been telling people the wedding was merely postponed, and to come anyway for a so-called celebration of love. Problem was, the venue was already booked for a corporate retreat. So picture this, Brooke's relatives wandering around in evening gowns and suits while tech bros were outside doing trust falls and group exercises. Helen tried to strong-arm the manager into handing them a space. The guy wasn't having it, he ended up calling the police. Again. Claire, Brooke's sister who stormed out during the rehearsal dinner, texted Marcus, "This is insane. Mom and Brooke are telling everyone Tom had a psychotic break." Meanwhile, Brooke had been staying at Kyle's since Wednesday. My dad, doing a little digging of his own, found out Kyle had been divorced twice and owned literally nothing. No house. No car. No assets at all. Yet Brooke was prancing around like she'd found her soulmate. Honestly, I was embarrassed for her. And then came the twist. Kyle's sick dad, the guy Brooke claimed was the reason she needed closure, actually showed up at the venue because he believed his son was getting married. Why? Because Kyle had told him so. When the poor man found out the truth, that his son had blown up an engagement and even dragged his supposed cancer into the lie, he absolutely lost it. Right there in front of everyone. "You told people I had cancer. Just so you could sleep with a woman who's already engaged. I raised you better than this." Brooke tried to step in, saying, "It's not his fault, Tom just overreacted." But Kyle's dad turned to her, disgusted. "You're engaged to another man and still spending nights in my son's apartment. You're both trash." I won't lie, the timing couldn't have been better. By Saturday night, Brooke made one last desperate move. She came to the apartment we used to share. She still had a key, since the lease wasn't in her name, I'd just been paying half the rent. She sent me a photo of herself standing in what used to be our bedroom, wearing her wedding dress. The wedding dress. Her caption read, "This could have been our night. I'm here if you want to talk." I shot back a short reply, "You should check your email." I'd already sent her notice that I told the landlord I was moving out and wouldn't be paying the next month's rent. She had no way of covering it on her own. She fired back, "You can't do this to me." I told her, "Good luck with everything." She begged, "Where am I supposed to live?" I texted, "Kyle seems comfortable enough." That's when she unloaded 43 voice messages. I didn't listen to a single one. Final update. The fallout has been nothing short of spectacular. Brooke and Kyle are now official. After she got evicted, the two of them moved in together, straight into his tiny studio apartment. In his mom's basement. Yeah, that's the dream. Helen and Roger. Getting divorced. Roger was furious once he discovered Kyle wasn't the successful man Brooke had made him out to be. And when he pressed Helen, he learned she'd been pushing this whole closure idea because she thought Kyle had some settlement money. When Roger confronted her, Helen admitted she never liked me because I wasn't ambitious enough. For the record, I'm a software developer pulling 6 figures, but apparently, that didn't impress her. Roger later emailed me an apology, "Tom, I'm sorry. I failed as a father. I should have raised her better. You dodged a bullet. I wish I had your courage to walk away." Even Kyle's dad reached out. "Kid, I'm sorry my son turned out like this. You seem like a good man. His mother and I are cutting him off until he learns how to grow up. And the best part? Brooke's been trying to plan a wedding with Kyle. She actually called the same venue to book a new date. They flat out declined. She tried 3 more venues in the area, and all of them turned her away. Apparently, there's a blacklist for clients who cause chaos, and thanks to Helen's 2 run-ins with the cops, they're on it. Her cousin, the one who live posted everything, told Marcus that Brooke's been whining non-stop about how Kyle refuses to propose. He keeps brushing her off, saying, "We don't need a piece of paper. What we have is bigger than marriage." Things came to a head at Thanksgiving when Kyle casually mentioned he doesn't even believe in marriage anymore, not after 2 divorces. Brooke had a full meltdown in front of the family. According to Claire, Brooke completely lost it one night and screamed at Kyle, "You ruined my life for nothing." And Kyle, being Kyle, just shrugged and said, "I thought you loved me for me, not for a wedding." They're still together, from what I hear, but miserably so. Brooke keeps plastering social media with perfect couple pictures, yet people keep spotting Kyle's profile on dating apps. She pretends she doesn't know, but everybody else does. Me? I'm thriving. Work's been incredible, I even got a promotion. Turns out, once I dropped the whole wedding stress, my focus improved and my performance skyrocketed. I also started seeing Hannah, this girl from my rock climbing group. She thinks the whole saga is hilarious and told me she would have handled it the same way. We're not rushing anything, just enjoying each other, no pressure, no drama, and definitely no closure weekends with exes. The funny thing? I ran into Sophie at a coffee shop not long ago. She apologized for being part of the circus and admitted Brooke had been texting Kyle for months before that whole Wednesday blow-up, planning those so-called closure nights. She even went so far as to buy special lingerie for it. Sophie said she tried to talk her out of it, but Brooke was convinced I was too much of a pushover to ever stand up for myself. Guess she miscalculated. Looking back, the red flags were there all along. The way she'd compare me to Kyle like he was some gold standard. The secretive, just friends, texts she'd hide from me. The time she snapped during an argument and said I was lucky she chose me. If I'm honest, marrying her would have been a massive mistake. Divorcing her would have been even more expensive. That text about Kyle? Honestly, it was a gift. And get this, just last week Kyle's ex-wife messaged me on social media after hearing what happened. She welcomed me to what she called the escape club. She said, "Don't worry, he'll cheat on Brooke within 6 months. He cheated on me with 3 different women." I just replied, "Not my circus anymore." And it's not. It's really, truly not. Oh, and for the people asking, yes, I managed to recover some deposits. The photographer was a stand-up guy and gave me half back. The baker refunded everything except the cost of ingredients. The venue and caterer, of course, kept their cut, contract's a contract. Still, every penny I lost was worth it for the freedom I gained. One last thing, please stop asking me which climbing gym Hannah goes to. That's weird, and I'm not handing out her info. And Brooke, if you're creeping on this post, Claire sent me screenshots. Kyle's already back on Bumble as of yesterday. Good luck with that.